want to discuss with you this afternoon.
I want to discuss with you this afternoon
why you're going to fail to have a great career.
why you ever why you why you're gonna fail to have a great career.
I'm an economist. I do dismal. End of the day, it's ready for dismal remarks.
I'm an economist. I do dismal. End of the day, it's ready for dismal remarks.
I only want to talk to those of you who want a great career.
I only want to talk to those of you who want a great career.
I know some of you have already decided you want a good career.
And some of you who already decided you want a good career.
You're going to fail too.
You're gonna fail too.
Because you're all cheery about failing.
Goodness, you're all cheery about failing.
Canadian group, undoubtedly.
Canadian girl, undoubtedly.
Those trying to have good careers are going to fail.
Those trying to have good careers will fail.
Because really, good jobs are now disappearing.
Because really good jobs are now disappearing.
There are great jobs and great careers. And then there are the high workload, high stress, blood-sucking, soul-destroying kinds of jobs.
There are great jobs and great careers, and then there are high workload, high stress, blood-sucking, soul-destroying kinds of jobs.
And practically nothing in between. So the people looking for good jobs are going to fail.
And practically nothing in between. So people looking for good jobs are going to fail.
I want to talk about those looking for great jobs.
I want to talk about those looking for great jobs,
great careers, and why you're going to fail.
Great careers and why you're going to fail.
First reason is that no matter how many times people tell you, if you want a great career, you have to pursue your passion, you have to pursue your dreams, you have to pursue the greatest fascination in your life. You hear it again and again, and then you decide not to do it. It doesn't matter how many times you download Stephen Jay's Stanford commencement address, you still look at it and decide not to do it.
So people look. I want to talk about those looking for great jobs, great careers, and why you're gonna fail. First reason is that no matter how many times the people tell you, if you want a good career, you have to pursue your passion, you have to pursue your dreams, you have to pursue the greatest fascination in your life. You hear it again and again and again, then you decide not to do it. It doesn't matter how many times you download Steve Jay's Stanford commencement address, you still look at it and decide not to do it.
Quite sure why you decide not to do it.
I'm not quite sure why you decide not to do it.
You're too lazy to do it, it's too hard,
You're too lazy to do it, it's too hard.
You're afraid if you look for your passion and don't find it, you'll feel like you're an idiot.
You're afraid if you look for your passion and don't find it, you feel like you're an idiot.
So then you make excuses about why you're not going to look for your passion.
Then you make an excuse about why you're not gonna look for your passion.
And they are excuses, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go through a whole long list. Your creativity and thinking of excuses not to do what you really need to do if you want to have a great career. So
Their excuses, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go through a whole long list. Your creativity and thinking of excuses not to do what you really want to do if you want to have a great career.
So, for example, one of your great excuses is...
For example, one of your great excuses is...
Well, great careers are really and truly, for most people, just a matter of luck.
Great careers are really and truly for most people just a matter of luck.
So I'm going to stand around. I'm going to try to be lucky.
I'm gonna stand around. I'm gonna try to be lucky.
And if I'm lucky, have a great career. If not, I'll have a good career. But
If I'm lucky, I have a great career. If not, I'll have the good career.
a good career is an impossibility, so that's not going to work.
But a good career is an impossibility, so that's not gonna work.
Then your other excuse is, yes, there are special people who pursue their passions.
Yes, there are other excuses. Yes, there are special people who pursue their passion.
But they are geniuses. They are Stephen Jay. I'm not a genius.
They're geniuses. They are Stephen Jay's. I'm not a genius.
When I was 5, I thought I was a genius.
When I was 5, I thought I was a genius.
But my professors have beaten that idea out of my head.
But my professor beaten that idea. Beaten that idea. Where is it?
Long since.
Beaten the idea out of my head long since.
And now I know I am completely competent. Now you see,
And now I'm completely competent.
if this was 1950, being completely competent,
This was 1950, being completely competent.
that would have given you a great career.
But that would have given you a great career. But
Guess what? This is almost 2012, and saying to the world, I am totally, completely competent.
and this is almost 2020, and saying to the world that I'm totally competent
Is damning yourself
is damning yourself
with the faintest of praise.
with the faintest of praise.
And then, of course, another excuse. Well, I would do this, but, well, after all, I'm not weird.
And then, of course, another excuse. Well, I'll do this, but well, after I'm not weird.
Everybody knows that people who pursue their passions are somewhat obsessive.
Everyone knows that people who pursue their passion are somewhat obsessive,
A little strange.
are a little strange.
Okay, you know, a fine line between madness and genius. I'm not weird.
A fine line between madness and genius. I'm not weird.
I've read Stephen Jay's biography. Oh my goodness.
I've read Stephen Jay's biography. Oh my goodness.
I'm not that person. I am nice. I am normal. I'm a nice, normal person. And
I'm a nice normal person.
nice, normal people don't have passion.
Nice normal people don't have passion.
But I still want a great career. I'm not prepared to pursue my passion.
But I still want a good career. I'm not prepared to pursue my passion.
So I know what I'm going to do, because
So I know what I'm going to do.
I have a solution. I have a strategy.
I have a solution. I have a strategy.
It's the one Mommy and Daddy told me about.
It's the one Mommy and Daddy told me about.
Mommy and Daddy told me that if I worked hard, I'd have a good career.
Mommy and Daddy told me if I work hard, I'll have a good career.
So, if you work hard and have a good career,
So if you work hard and have a good career,
if you work really, really, really hard, you'll have a great career. Doesn't
if you work really, really hard, you'll have a great career.
that, like, mathematically make sense?
Doesn't that mathematically make sense?
Not.
No.
But you've managed to talk yourself into that.
But you managed to talk yourself into that.
You know what? Here's a little secret. You want to work? You want to work really, really, really hard?
But here's a little secret. You want to work? You want to really, really hard?
You know what? You'll succeed. The world will give you the opportunity
You know what? You will succeed. We'll give you the opportunity. The world will give you the opportunity.
to work really, 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 really hard. But are you so sure that that's going to give you a great career?
But are you so sure that they're gonna give you a great career?
when all the evidence is to the contrary. So let's
Where all the evidence is to the contrary.
assume, let's deal with those of you who are trying to find your passion. You actually understand that you really had better do it.
So let's deal with those of you who are trying to find your passion. You actually understand that you really had better to do it.
Never mind the excuses. You're trying to find your passion.
Never mind the excuse. You're trying to find your a passion,
And you're so happy.
and you're so happy.
You found something you're interested in.
You found something you are interested in.
I have an interest. I have an interest. You tell me. You say, I have an interest. I say, that's wonderful. And what are you trying to tell me that you, well, I have an interest.
What are you trying to tell me is, what are you trying to tell me? Well, I have an interest.
I say, do you have a passion?
So I said, do you have a passion?
I have an interest.
I have an
You
interest.
say. Your interest is compared to what? Well, I'm interested in this. And what about the rest of humanity's activities?
I'm interested in it. I'm interested in this, but what about the rest of human activities?
I'm not interested in them.
I'm not interested in.
You've looked at them all, have you?
You looked at them all, have you?
No, not exactly. Passion is your greatest love. Passion
Passion is your greatest love.
is the thing that will help you create the highest expression of your talent.
Passion is the thing that will help you create the highest expression of your talent.
Passion, interest, it's not the same thing. Are you really going to go to your sweetie and say, marry me?
Passion is not the same as passion is not this. Passion and talent, interest is not the same thing. Are you gonna go to your sweetie and say, "Marry me? You're interesting."
You are interesting. Won't happen. Won't happen, and you will die alone.
What happened? You'll die alone.
What you want, what you want, what you want
What you want
is passion. It is beyond interest.
is beyond interest.
You need 20 interests,
You need 20 interest.
and then one of them might be grab you. One of them might engage you more than anything else,
One of them might grab you and engage you more than anything else.
and then you may have found your greatest love in comparison
You may have found your greatest love in comparison
to all the other things that interest you.
to all the other things that interest you.
And that's what passion is.
And that's what passion is.
And a friend proposed to his sweetie. He was an economically rational person.
My friend, I have a friend proposed to his sweetie. He was an economically rational person.
He said to his sweetie, let us marry. Let us merge our interests.
He said to his sweetie, let us merge our interests.
Yes, he did. I love you truly, he said. I love you deeply.
I love truly, I love deeply.
I love you more than any other woman I've ever encountered.
I love you more than any other woman I've ever encountered.
I love you more than Mary, Jane,
I love you more than Mary, Jane,
Susie, Penelope, Ingrid, Gertrude, Gretel. I was on a German exchange program then.
I was in a German exchange program then.
I love you more than
I'm more than.
All right. She left the room halfway through his enumeration
He left the room halfway through his enumeration.
of his love for her.
Enumeration. Enumerate. She left the room halfway through his enumeration, his love. Enumeration.
After he got over his surprise at being, turned down,
After he got over surprise at being, turned down. Surprise after he got over his surprise at being, turned down.
Concluded he had a narrow escape.
He had a narrow escape.
From marrying an irrational person.
From marrying an irrational person.
Although he did make a note to himself that the next time he proposed, it was perhaps not necessary to enumerate all of the women he had auditioned for the part.
He concluded he had a narrow escape from marrying. Narrow escape. It was close. It was close call from marrying an irrational person, although he did make a note to himself that the next time he proposed, it was perhaps not necessary to enumerate all of the women he had audited for the part.
But the point stands, you must look for alternatives.
But the point stands, you must look for alternatives.
That you find your destiny, or
so that you find your destiny.
Are you afraid of the word destiny?
Or you're afraid of the word destiny?
The word destiny scare you. That's what we're talking about.
The word destiny scare you? That's what you're talking about?
And if you don't find the highest expression of your talent,
if you
settle for interesting, what the hell ever that means.
If you settle for interest, if you settle for interesting, what the hell ever that means?
Do you know
what the hell ever that means?
what will happen at the
do you know what will happen
end of your long life?
at the end of your long life?
Your friends and family will be gathered in the cemetery.
Your friends and families will be gathered in the cemetery.
And there, beside your grave site, will be a tombstone.
And there, beside your grave, beside your tombstone,
and inscribed on that tombstone, it will say,
and the gravesite will be a tombstone. Gravesite will be a tombstone, and inscribed on the tombstone, it will say,
here lies a distinguished engineer.
Here lies a distinct engineer
who invented Velcro. But what that tombstone should have said. In an alternative lifetime.
In an alternative lifetime.
What it should have said. If it was your highest expression of talent. Was here lies the last Nobel laureate in physics. Who formulated the grand unified field theory. And demonstrated the practicality of warp drive. Velcro indeed. One was a great career. One was a missed opportunity. But then, there are some of you, in spite of all these excuses, you will find your passion, and you'll still fail.
You'll find the passion, but you still fail.
You can fail because you're not going to do it.
Because you have
invented a new excuse. Any excuse. To fail. To take action. And this excuse I've heard so many times. Yes, I would pursue a great career. But a value. Human relationships. More than accomplishments. I want to be a great friend. I want to be a great spouse. I want to be a great parent. And I will not sacrifice them on the altar of great accomplishment.
I would not sacrifice them on what? I would not sacrifice them on the altar of a great accomplishment.
What do you want me to say?
What do you want to say?
No, do you really want me to say now, tell you, really, I swear I don't kick children.
Do you want me to say now? Really, I swear I don't kick children.
Look at the worldview you've given yourself.
You look at the world view you're giving yourself.
You're a hero no matter what.
You're here no matter what.
And I, by suggesting ever so delicately that you might want a great career,
And I, by suggesting ever so delicately that you might want a good career,
must hate children. I don't hate children. I
don't
don't
hate-
kick them. Yes, there was a little kid wandering through this building
yes, there was a little kid wandering through this building.
when I came here, and no, I didn't kick him.
When I came here, and I know I didn't kick him.
Of course, I had to tell him the building was for adults only and to get out.
Of course, what? I had to tell him the building was for adults only.
He mumbled something about his mother,
He mumbled something about his mother,
and I told him she'd probably find him outside anyway.
and I told him you should probably find him outside anyway.
Last time I saw him, he was on the stairs crying.
Last time I saw him, he was on the stairs crying.
What a wimp.
What a whip. Wimp. Wimp.
Well, what do you mean? That's what you expect me to say. You
I would do, but what do you mean? That's what you expect me to say.
you really think it's appropriate that you should actually take
Do you think really appreciate that you should actually take
children and use them as a shield?
and use them as a shield?
You know what will happen someday?
You know what happens someday?
You ideal parent, you. The kid will come to you someday and say,
The kid will come to you and say,
I know what I want to be.
I know what I want to be.
I know what I'm going to do with my life. You
I know what I'm going to do with my life.
We're so happy. It's the conversation a parent wants to hear
It's a conversation a parent wants to hear.
because your kid's good at math
It's your kid's cute at math,
and you know you're going to like what comes next.
and you know you're gonna like what comes next.
Says your kid, I have decided I want to be a magician.
I want to be a magician.
I want to perform magic tricks on the stage.
I want to perform magic tricks on the stage.
And what do you say?
And what do you say?
You say, that's risky, kid.
That's a risky kid.
Might fail, kid. Don't make a lot of money at that, kid. You
To make a lot of money at that kid.
know, I don't know, kid. You should think about that again, kid.
You should think about that again, kid.
You're so good at math, why don't you? And the kid interrupts you and says, but it
The kid interrupts you and says,
is my dream. It is my dream to do this. And what are you going to say?
and what are you going to say?
You know what you're going to say? Look, kid, I had a dream once too, but...
I had a dream once too, but.
So how are you going to finish the sentence?
But how are you going to finish the sentence?
With your butt.
With your butt.
But. I had a dream too once, kid.
I had a what? I had a dream once, kid,
But I was afraid to pursue it.
but I was afraid to pursue it.
Or are you going to tell him this?
Are you going to tell him this?
I had a dream once, kid.
I had a dream once, kid.
But then you were born.
But then.
Do you really want to use your family? Do you really ever want to look
Do you really want to use your family?
at your spouse and your kid
Do you really want to look at your spouse and kid
and see your jailers?
and see your jailer? And see your jailers? See your jailers, prison, see your jailers.
There was something you could have said to your kid.
There's something you could have said to your kid
When he or she said,
when he or she said,
I have a dream. You could have said,
You could have said,
looked the kid in the face and said,
looked the kid in the face and said, looked the kid in the face and said,
go for it, kid.
go for it, kid,
Just like I did.
just like I did.
But you won't be able to say that
But you won't be able to say that
because you didn't.
because you didn't.
So you can't.
So you can't.
And so the sins of the parents
And so the sins of the parents,
are visited on the poor children.
sins of the parents are visited on the poor children.
Why?
Why?
Will you seek refuge
Well, you seek refuge
in human relationships as your excuse?
in human. Why will you seek refuge in human relationship as your excuse?
Not to find and pursue your passion.
Not to find and pursue your passion.
You know why.
You know why?
In your heart of hearts, you know why. And
You know why? In your heart of hearts,
I'm being deadly serious.
I'm
You know
I'm being deadly serious.
why you would get all warm and fuzzy and wrap yourself up in human relationships.
You know why you would all get all warm and fuzzy, and wrap yourself in human relationship.
It is because you are.
Yes, you are.
You know what you are.
You know what you are.
You are afraid
You're afraid
to pursue your passion.
pursue your passion.
You're afraid to look
afraid.
ridiculous. You're afraid to try. You're afraid you may fail.
You may fail.
Great friend,
Great
great spouse, great parent,
Great parent.
great career.
Great career.
Is that not a package?
Isn't it not a package?
Isn't that not who you are?
Isn't that not who you are?
How can you be one without the other?
How can you be the one without the other?
But you are afraid.
But you're afraid.
And that's why you are not going to have a great career.
And that's why you're not gonna have a great career.
Unless that most evocative of all English words,
The most evocative of all English words.
unless. But the unless word is also attached
But the unless word is also attached to the other.
to that other most terrifying phrase. If only I had, if you ever have that thought ricocheting
Ricocheting,
in your brain, it will hurt a lot.
ricocheting. In your heart, Allah.
So those are the many reasons
So those are many reasons
why you're going to fail
why you want to fail.
to have a great career. Unless